Years ago during the pandemic, where every Redditor on Wall Street Bets was basically printing money from their mother's basement, I wanted to make the point that investing had become so easy that even a blindfolded monkey could do it. And so, I got a monkey. Okay, fine, that was clickbait. I didn't actually get a monkey, since Ramsey is scared of anything that's not a laser pointer. But I was able to enlist the help of Monkey Boo, who agreed to pick 10 random stocks from the S&P 500. And once that was done, I invested $100,000 of my own money to prove that even the dumbest investment strategies make money. Which, to my amazement, it worked. 1 year after publishing the list of monkey pick stocks back in December of 2020, I proudly reported that my monkey stocks outperformed the S&P 500, they beat both Cathie Wood and Warren Buffett, and my portfolio boasted more than a 40% return with absolutely no skill whatsoever. Unless you call randomly generating stocks picked by a monkey a skill, in which case, call me the next Charlie Munger. Anyway, by all measures, the experiment was a success. I made $40,000 through dumb luck. I mean, a carefully crafted and proprietary investment strategy, and I was well on my way to take over the world. So I thought to myself, let's see if we could do this again. No. It didn't work. It went horribly wrong. Here's the thing, no matter how much you want to believe a stock market tooth fairy exists, the longer you invest, the more impossible it is to beat the market. Which, if you're just tuning in for the first time, this basically means how likely you are to get a return above the overall average. And despite that seeming like a really easy task, especially if you have a stock picking monkey, the reality is pretty much everybody fails. In fact, a report earlier this year found that 80% of active fund managers are falling behind, 95% of hedge funds fail to beat the market over a 15-year period, and the more time that goes on, the worse your odds actually get. For example, it was found that professional fund managers have a 25% chance of beating the market in any given year, which is basically the equivalent of flipping a coin heads twice. But they only have a 6% chance of doing that successfully 2 years in a row, and the longer they keep trying, the worse they're statistically likely to do. Now, if you're thinking to yourself, those are really bad numbers, it can't possibly get any worse than that, keep in mind, these are the professionals. These are the pinnacle of fund managers. And if you're an average, everyday investor, it gets substantially worse. Like JP Morgan found that over 20 years, the average mom and pop investor managed to make just a 2.1% return on their money, which wasn't even able to keep up with inflation. So over 20 years, the average investor just straight up loses. And the reason for that is bad timing. See, the average investor has a tendency to buy high after stocks have already gone up, and then they sell low once stocks have already gone down, which is pretty much the exact opposite of what they're supposed to do, and it probably goes something like this. Yeah, Tesla stock is too risky. It is the most shorted stock on the market. I'm not going to buy it. How is the stock going up? It's definitely going back down. I'm glad I didn't buy this one. Well, geez, I was an idiot for listening to Business Insider. What was I thinking? I'm going to buy it now, so I'm not going to miss out. Hey Carl, yeah, I'm gonna put that down payment on the yacht. Oh, I know, aren't you glad I told you to buy Tesla stock? Jeez, what color is your Lambo gonna be? Hey Carl, any buyers for that yacht yet? I've gotta sell my Tesla stock now at a loss. Yeah, I heard your Lambo got repossessed. I had no idea he's gonna buy Twitter like that. What was he thinking? Okay, that might have been a little dramatic, but you get my point. Most people buy into stocks with a lot of excitement and then subsequently sell under a lot of fear. And when the average person only holds on to those investments for 4 years, they don't give their money a long enough time to recover before they want to move into something else with the hopes of that making them rich next. Thankfully though, my monkey does not do that, and with a 40% return in the first year, I thought to myself, what a wonderful experiment that I could try again. But that went horribly wrong. Like, I know this sounds absurd, but animals actually have a really great track record at making profitable investments. For instance, a fish's stock picks were simulated over 1,000 times and beat the market by an average of 14.5% over 3 years. There's also a cat who beat the market by 8%, a monkey named Adam who beat Jim Cramer, a chimpanzee who beat 94% of Russian bankers, and even a crypto trading hamster who beat Warren Buffett. Plus, how could we ever forget about Michael